Hello to my old friends and my new friends. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're actually going to play with a palette again. I haven't done, I don't think ever, 2 consecutive videos back to back of one palette. So that kind of says a lot, right? But I feel like I didn't get to use enough colors. You can hear my son because he is grabbing everything off my desk and wants to be right underneath me. We're going to play with this palette again. I really need to get my eyebrows done. These are horrific. What are you doing, monkey? I don't want to hit you with the chair. So yeah, I feel like I got a fair amount of use of the purples. I feel enough to make this a wearable purple look, but I wanted to replicate a look that Andréa Matillano did using this palette, and I thought it was just freaking beautiful. And she did 1 palette, 2 looks. If you guys don't know her, you should watch her. She loves purple, so I knew for sure that she would be doing a review on this. And she is one of very few large makeup influencers that I still watch. There's very few and far in between that are big that I still watch. She has about 320,000 followers, and I mean, that's pretty hefty. So I wanted to create this look that she did because I thought it was so pretty. Oh, she did 3 looks. Hold on, I don't know which one I liked. Okay, I think it was the last look she did. I thought she did 2 looks. Okay. So she actually uses the brush that came with the palette, which I haven't used. So she goes in with Hacked first as an all over lid shade, kind of what I did. And I'm gonna try using this brush too, which I generally don't really like these the brushes. I feel like a burp stuck in my throat, that come with these palettes, because they aren't usually very high quality. To be honest, as many of these palettes as I have, I don't think I've ever used I don't think I've ever used one of the ones. Sorry, I'm laughing at my son, not at the brush. But I don't think I've ever used one of these brushes, except for maybe when I probably first bought my original Naked palette, because I think I told you guys my very first palette. I'm trying to make him go over there because he's banging my makeup against my chair, and it's so distracting. So yeah, I probably used it when I bought my very first palette was a Naked palette. And I mean, I'm sure I probably did, because I probably thought it was like the greatest thing I've ever bought, you know? And it came with a palette, so that's awesome. I have to go in with a bigger palette because I have to I commend her for being able to do the look with the brush, but I need a little bit of a fluffier brush. I go her, but I need a bigger brush. Okay. Let's see what other colors she goes into. She's got more lid space than me too, I think. And I don't think really has much of a hooded lid. and I have a slightly headed lid. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's slightly, not like super. Oh, whoa. Okay, she goes into now the darkest shade in the palette, which is digital, and she goes in with the like smudgy end. Oh my gosh, this is frightening. Hold on. Okay, I need to pause this and watch what she did. So she goes on her outer and inner corner with digital. I think in this palette, this is probably the color that frightened me the most because it's so stinking dark. And not that I don't use dark colors, but I only use like a dark brown usually to you know, just kind of add some depth to the outer corners, and that's it. I don't usually take a dark shade on my inner lid. Okay, I can do my other, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got both eyes done, and then she goes in with the color Dazed, which is this color. It's the third one in, and she goes into her whole lid and she uses her finger, which I can see why, because this is a beautiful shade, but it definitely has some glitter, so that's better picked up with your finger. Oh, I love this look, I'm telling you. Okay, I'm gonna see what she does next. Okay, this is what we've got going on so far. I need to go into my outer corners and kind of do a little bit more blending. I feel like they're kind of looking a little patchy, and I don't like that, so I'm going to blend this a little more. Not the inner corner so much, I don't know why I even did that, but my outer corner, more on this side than anything, to me looks a little bit patchy. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with some more Dazed and kind of, because I want more of this than the darkness. And of course, this is gonna look different on me than it does on her. So if you go back and watch her video and you're like, oh, that doesn't even look anything like it. We're obviously two very different skin tones. So it isn't gonna look on me how it looks on her. But it looks beautiful on her. I love it. That's why I decided to replicate it. Okay, so now she goes on her lower lash line with digital, which is that really dark color. Okay, there's only one thing she did that I'm not gonna do, which maybe I should, but I don't know. So she goes in with a black eyeliner on the top, and I don't really like wearing eyeliner. I feel like really dark colors like this, when I use them on top or underneath, but you'll rarely ever see me use dark colors like this under my eye because I feel like they close my eyes. My eyes are small and she's got nice big eyes. Mine are a little smaller, more almond. And so when I go in with eyeliners and stuff like that, especially like in the inner rim, I never do that because it literally makes my eyes like shut. It makes them so little. And I feel like eyeliner generally just makes my eyes look small, so I don't like to use them. I am going to, however, go into my inner corner. I don't know if she does this. I can't remember. We'll see. I'm going to go into my inner and outer corner with a lighter shade. Inner and outer corner. No, my inner corner and my brow bone. I don't see her doing this, but I want to because it opens my eye back up, and I think it adds a little something that I like in my looks. And I'm just using my Sydney Grace Shadow Bailey's Bliss. Okay, so this is pretty much all she does, but hers looks different. So I wonder if she went back in, because it looks almost like she took this dark shade and went over her lid, like up here. I don't know. It just looks different. Like I said, we're not the same skin tone, but okay. This is pretty much all she does though. She's at the end of the look, and I've done pretty much everything she's done. Maybe once I have she's got her liner, lashes, and everything finished. So maybe once I do that, the looks will be more, like they'll look more similar to me than they do right now. All right guys, I will be right back. I wonder if that's what she used. I thought she used Dazed. But I feel like our looks don't look the same. I have to go back. I'm telling you, I'm so confused. She did. She went in with Dazed, the color I used originally, but I feel like VR could also be used in this look and look beautiful because they're so close in shades. Like this is a VR. Wait, no, sorry. This is VR and this is Dazed. VR is just a little bit more pink and shimmery, and Dazed is very peachy. But I think I'm gonna go with a little bit of VR. Just a little bit of VR. And what did I do over here? Oh my gosh, I like must have touched my face. I still, even though it doesn't look the same, that's her. Hi guys, so this is the final look. I actually ended up going in with, so she used Dazed here, and I went in with that. Obviously you guys saw that, but I went in with a little bit of VR as well, which if you see these shades, they're really similar in types of what they are. Oh my gosh, come on. So I will show you. They're both shimmery shades. This is VR and this is Dazed. And I like the shimmeriness of VR. VR is a little bit more pink and Dazed is more peach. I really enjoy this palette. I think it goes without saying, obviously, if I made a second video about the palette. I think that she made a really good point in her video about this palette, and a lot of people saying like they didn't like it and it doesn't have any pigmentation. And I think, like how Andrea said, the expectations of this are off. So I think people were thinking, oh my gosh, ultraviolet, it's gonna be this super high pigment impact, like banger, and just it's gonna be like, you know, the best purple of purples possible. But if you guys think of the way that Naked, that Urban Decay does their naked palettes, they're always really soft. And they're obviously usually neutrals. They're not, you know, this is definitely not their typical palette. They're usually in the neutral shades. And this is not neutral. So I think that they tried to make this palette more user-friendly purple, soft purple, still in the naked family, because if it was super, because Urban Decay does know how to do really bright and neon shades, because they have a neon palette. I can't remember what it's called. I don't have it. I would never use it, so I never bought it. And it's even on sale right now at Ulta. I can't remember what it's called though, but that isn't the point of the naked line. I think the point of the naked line is to be soft colors. So even though they still do have some darker shades in here, they're not like crazy. Like in here, this looks really scary, I think, to me anyways, and intimidating. But then when you apply them, both of these, so Purple Dust and Digital, these two last ones, they look like they would be pretty intimidating, especially to someone that doesn't really like to use super dark colors. But when you see them and then blend them out, they're stunning. These are very, very wearable shades. And so you don't have to worry about overdoing it and going in with too much pigment. You can smooth these out and make a very wearable look. So I think, like she said, the expectation is just off. We think a purple palette and automatically it's going to be bang in your face purples. No, not necessarily when it's the naked line. So I really enjoyed this palette. I think if you understand what to expect from Urban Decay's naked line, then you're not going to be as disappointed as a lot of people seem to be. I'm not. I really enjoy this palette. I love it. I think that out of all of the palettes that I've recently purchased, this is the one I've used, I think, the most. Other than a couple other ones, but just recently, especially with color. My neutral palettes, oh, I use them all the time. However, for color, this is the palette I've used the most of all of the palettes I've bought. So, you know, you can take that how you want with a grain of salt. It's just my opinion. I think this is a beautiful palette. I think Urban Decay killed it, making the purples wearable and soft and not crazy. And that this palette can go well into fall and winter. These two shades can make any of this look smoky. And you know, it's got this really beautiful lucid shade that can be used in many different ways. So, all right guys, I hope you guys have an amazing day, a marvelous, fantastic week, and a marvelous rest of your May. Oh my gosh, dude, have I lost my mind? I think it's just these weeks and days are literally going into each other. A marvelous rest of your June. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.